Hey, good afternoon. I am Aaron Banner. I'm the director for XenTegra's networking and security practices. Today, we're here to talk about Fortinet. I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for joining. So what we really want to focus on is overall our Fortinet services, both managed and professional. So about the end of last year, we made a conscious decision to basically pivot to being a Fortinet-first shop. Now, that doesn't mean we don't still do professional and managed services for other products. For example, we have large Cisco product offering, both on the managed and the professional side. Juniper, HP Aruba, Arista, Palo Alto, and Extreme, and we can develop solutions to fit your needs, whatever that might be. But today we're here to focus specifically on Fortinet. So here's a quick agenda. I am going to introduce our panelists. I'm going to ask each panelist just to quickly introduce themselves as well. But we have Dave Wirt from our MSP, myself, we have Leanne Larson from my team, Kelly Young and Jason Pope from my team, as well as Brian from Fortinet. Brian, if you will, you can introduce yourself once we get through the intro. But team, if you will, quickly just introduce yourself and tell a little bit about who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Wirtz. As Aaron said, I'm the director of network architecture and engineering for the managed services side of the XenTegra team here. And that entails management of all of our customer infrastructure, both in and out of our data center, as well as remote customer deployments.
Thanks, Dave. Leanne?
Hi, everyone. I'm Leanne Larson. I'm a security solutions architect over here. And I have my CEH as well as some other certifications on the security side, but I also have a firm background in networking, so I can keep the things safe and prioritize them properly. Great to meet you.
Thanks, Leanne. Kelly?
Yeah, hi. My name is Kelly Young. I'm a solutions architect in the networking and security practice. I've been in the industry for a little over 35 years, and I'd like to say we help our customers design and secure their business networks.
And Jason? Jason Pope, he must have dropped off. Well, we'll catch Jason here shortly. I know he's accessing this from a remote location.
I'm good.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jason, go ahead.
Yep. Hey, sorry about that. Yeah. Hey, I'm Jason. I'm from North Carolina. I'm a career IT person. Been with XenTegra a couple months now. 30 years in the industry, focused mainly on network and architecture.
Hey, thanks, Jason. So,
Thank you.
So for anybody, for everyone watching today and anyone listening to this later on, just want to highlight that Leanne, Kelly, and Jason have all been hired within the past 4 months. And that's to coincide with what I was speaking about earlier about our pivot to being a Fortinet first shop, because they all three came with, a plethora of Fortinet experience. I mean, Kelly told you 35 years in the industry. Used to be an engineer for Fortinet, right? So we have a wealth of experience here to address all Fortinet needs. So this is my team that would deliver most of our Fortinet stuff. We also have, some excess, capacity if we need to, if we have too much volume at one time. So lots of experience here with Fortinet. So I'm going to go through a quick XenTegra intro deck. I'm going to stay on script for this just because there's a lot of slides. I want to get through this content relatively quickly, but I want you to be able to see everything that we've done here. So who is XenTegra? XenTegra was born out of a need for real customer enablement with true partnership, founded in 2012, specifically focused on helping clients with their Citrix environments. Since then, we've grown to be an international company with expertise across your entire technology stack. We're headquartered out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but we have offices in Canada and India and client executives across the nation, as you can see here on the map. We like to say we're a global company with a right next door feel. We're on a mission to engage, listen, and deliver the appropriate enterprise technologies to clients of all sizes, because we believe that every single organization, regardless of size, deserves access to enterprise level technology. And while we're doing that, we're striving to be VAR 2.0, breaking the mold of traditional transactional VARs by focusing more on your success and being a real partner. We do this by building community in our industry with fun and educational events across the nation, and hosting podcasts with industry experts so you can listen from anywhere and stay up to date on the latest. We do this by providing industry access to big conferences at 90% off ticket prices. Just by meeting with us so that you can go network and learn with your peers. I'll add that we're doing an RSA event here just next week, which we've given many passes out to. We do this by providing complimentary micro assessments to make sure you're getting the most out of the technologies you already pay for. And lastly, we do this by providing client choice and being your one-stop shop partner for all things IT. If you need it, we're here to help. We like to say we're like Ace Hardware, a bit more selective with what we put on our shelves and a lot more knowledgeable about the products we carry than your average Home Depot employee. And we've got the expertise to back it up with what we promise. We have with our practice leaders that are really engineers at heart and know the technologies inside and out. We've got you covered from all angles, from security and networking, modern applications, data center, workspace, and more. When it comes to managed services, we offer a wide range of support, managed and hybrid services so that you never have to do it alone. Everything from cloud and data center to the endpoint. And we do this every day. You may have IT teams who know how, but have never done a disaster recovery failover. Our team has done it 1,000 times. So you're in good hands with folks who have experience and have seen it all. And all in all, our blueprint is pretty simple. We keep workspaces in mind, designed with best vendor recommendations, top XenTegra consultants, and tons of real work experience to give you a workspace that has less lag, is more secure, and increases business productivity across the board. And we do it all with a little feel good on the side, or a little do good on the side. With our XenTegra Cares initiative, working with you, our partners, and our employees to help serve our community through local community work or nonprofit competitive pricing. We're known for working well with other vendors, other partners across the technologies we use, and we believe in making sure you get competitive pricing and the services you need. Our awards, they speak for themselves. We know our model works: hard work, expertise, in partnership with clients and partners. And that's the XenTegra difference. So now I'm going to turn it over to our Fortinet partner, Brian. He's our partner manager who we work with nearly every single day. Hey, Brian, can you come up?
Certainly. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate the time and having you guys attend our webinar today. I've worked with XenTegra since 2018. They became a partner in February of 2018. They're currently an expert level partner with Fortinet. And what that means to you guys is they sell millions of dollars and they have countless technical certifications, knowing that you guys are going to be in good hands working with XenTegra. Not only are they a traditional VAR with us selling and reselling products, but they have an MSSP practice that they work with as well, meaning that they're going to have white glove start to finish from an implementation and integration perspective as well, not only in the SMB, but all the way up to the enterprise space. So knowing that working with Fortinet and XenTegra, you're going to be in good hands.
Thanks, Brian. Okay, now we're going to move over to our MSP with Dave Wertz. Dave, go ahead.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, I liked how you said the white glove approach, because that is something that we incorporate every day into our managed services infrastructure. So we can go ahead and we can start out here. With a typical deployment, we talk about a design, deploy, operate, optimize, and evolve methodology to it. So we start with our design. We're vendor agnostic. We've got vendor agnostic experts, and we're here to provide architecture and consulting services for security solutions that are tailored to your business right from the ground up. We're not here to tack on stuff. We want to make sure that we're integrating properly. Then we're going to go ahead and deploy it. So whether you're migrating from a legacy system, integrating new technologies, we're here to help you streamline the entire process for a faster and critical, smoother rollout for you. Optimize. So once we're done with the deployment, we're going to deliver deep performance assessments on the configurations, the health checks, and keep everything aligned with your business goals so that you don't have to. And then we're going to help you evolve. So whether we are looking at the next transition, the next transformation, lab testing, our experts are here to help you always prepare for what's next. And with the Fortinet professional services, you don't just implement security, you build a resilient, future-ready ecosystem with us. Go ahead and go to the next slide for me. So with XenTegra's managed Fortinet, with XenTegra's Fortinet managed services, they're designed to give you full spectrum security operations without any overhead. It starts with our VNOC. So we have proactive monitoring and alerting, 24/7/365 coverage. We have a follow the sun model, and we'll get to that slide here in a little bit. It shows where our locations are, so you'll never miss a threat. You're always just a phone call away. We are always just a phone call away as well. If there's anything you need for remote, remote support or any type of administration overhead that you guys need, we handle the heavy lifting, the ongoing management, maintenance of firewall, OS, patching, security policy changes, VPN configs. The list goes on and on. We can see them all there. You'll also get FortiManager and FortiAnalyzer as a service, providing centralized visibility, centralized management, backups, reporting, tracking, as well as regular service reviews to ensure that you're meeting your goals as well. In addition to the health checks, we do strategy sessions and secure web documentation access so that you get a service built for resilient performance and peace of mind. So again, it's more than a service. It's a strategic security partnership on the managed services side. If you want to go ahead and pop over to slide 3 for me, Aaron. And like you said, Brian, there it is, white glove. When it comes to managed services, we are not your typical cloud hosting provider where you're forced within the box. You have to fit whatever you want to do within the box. We're white glove. So that approach means that you get a premium hands-on experience from day one. We handle the complexity, so basically you can stay focused on the business. The model, it's an outcome-based, not just checking boxes. So we align with your specific goals, business goals, whether it's reducing risk, improving uptime, supporting transformation, et cetera. It's defined by your outcome. And it is comprehensive. So threat prevention, detection, response, performance monitoring, compliance report. We cover the full spectrum of security, no gaps, no surprises. And finally, we're flexible. Kind of goes back to the first point where we're white glove. All our services scale with you, adapting to what your infrastructure needs, what your compliance requirements are, and your evolving priorities as the customer. Go ahead and pop to the next slide for me. So this kind of, if you had this slide, you could basically move each of these to determine how you would like your infrastructure managed. Would you like to be a co-managed customer, or do you want to be a fully managed customer? Do you want us to handle all the support and you handle the admin changes? So we can, this goes back to the white glove and the flexibility. The customer can determine how much or how little involvement you want in the day-to-day delivery of your managed services. Go ahead and hit next for me. And I'm not sure there's an animation going on here. If we can just, yeah, there we go. So again, with XenTegra Secure Managed SD-WAN, powered by Fortinet, we deliver high-performance connectivity with enterprise-grade security and all fully managed for you. So we're combining intelligent traffic steering, centralized control, built-in next-gen firewall protection, et cetera, to optimize your network across all your locations from a single pane of glass. 24/7 monitoring, proactive support, and seamless scalability. XenTegra allows you to reduce your complexity, lower the cost, and stay secure regardless of where your business operates, whether it's on your on-prem or you're doing disaster recovery into our data center. Go ahead and hit the next slide for me. Again, this just goes into our NOC monitoring services. So network monitoring as a service gives you the real-time visibility into threat detection across the entire network without the need to manage it yourself. Again, as I said, we have 24/7/365 proactive monitoring. So any issues that impact, we'll be ahead in identifying any issues before they impact you. Go ahead and hit next. As we said earlier, we do have a follow the sun support. So we have SOC presence in Toronto, one in Atlanta, and another in Bangalore, along with our 3 data centers, one in Santa Clara, California, one in Atlanta, Georgia, and one that is soon to be spun up in Ashburn, Virginia. Currently, from a disaster recovery as a service, we do support disaster recovery as a service in both Santa Clara and Atlanta as well. Go ahead and hit next for me. FortiManager and FortiAnalyzer is a hosted service. So You can go ahead and hit the next slide because it breaks them down into each individual component for me. Next slide. There we go. So with FortiManager and FortiAnalyzer, we can get consistent deployment and enforcement of all security policies across the entire infrastructure. And then FortiAnalyzer centralizes the management. FortiManager centralizes the management across all networks to scale, as large as you need. FortiAnalyzer will then ingest the data. Now we're seeing somebody's inbox. There we go. Go ahead and hit the next slide for me. All right, so with FortiManager, again, we can automate our config changes via templates. We can automate code backup across the entire infrastructure so that we can define a gold config, push the gold config across your entire organization, and then we monitor and manage it in the next slide via FortiAnalyzer. So FortiAnalyzer is ongoing real-time protection for real-time insights into what exactly is going on in your infrastructure. And as you can see on the slide on the right, we can create compliance reports with a grading report as well to determine the overall health and security of the entire infrastructure. Go ahead and hit next. And then last is monitoring as a service. So this is, as I said, we have our VNOC has 24/7 by 365 follow the sun support. Using Logic Monitor as a service, and we can provide any insights, react to any issues prior to the issue causing an impact to the business. I believe that is it for me. And we are all ITIL v4 certified. So anything that occurs within the managed services organization, whether it is in our data center or we are making changes to customer on-prem infrastructure, it does all follow ITIL v4 based change management process. And that's what I've got.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Dave. Hey, we're going to move on to Leanne to discuss network and security services. But before we do that, I did forget to mention at the beginning of this that if you have questions, please go ahead and put it in the chat. At the end of this, we'll go ahead and if we have enough time, we'll start looking at those questions and getting them answered for you. All right, Leanne, over to you.
Actually, I think
I'm
this
sorry,
is Kelly's
Kelly,
spot. I don't want to
That's
step on his
okay.
toes.
No worries. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, hi. Part of the work we do in the networking and security practice is network assessments. We have a very popular micro assessment that we do for our customers. They typically run 4 hours or less. We take a look at the customer's infrastructure, evaluate strengths, look for vulnerabilities. And the result of this work really is a report that lets the customer develop a plan to remediate any issues that we do find. Go ahead there, Aaron. There we go. Let me tell you a little bit about these assessments. We have one goal for them, and that is our customer success. They're available to new and existing customers. We customize the assessments because we realize one size doesn't fit all. And one of the things we do, and this is especially popular in the Fortinet products, is we like to leverage the vendor diagnostics and best practices tools. That lets us take an in-depth look at the customer's network and analyze areas of concern. It also helps us pinpoint strengths. These assessments help the customers make more informed business decisions. And after the assessment is complete, we provide a SWOT report to help the customer's organization move forward. Next slide there. I mentioned we like to leverage customers' tools, product vendor tools. One such tool is the FortiGuard Security Rating Service. We know that errors and configuration mistakes can happen. So this tool helps us provide a way to validate the running configuration in your FortiGate next-gen firewall. It also highlights unpatched vulnerabilities, which is kind of nice to have. Helps identify and resolve misconfigurations, and it also highlights best practices. It runs automatically, or you can run it manually on demand. There's no impact to users or performance in the firewall itself. And it really helps the Fortinet customers with respect to their corporate posture and how they rate with others in their industry. Next slide, please. Another tool we like to take advantage of is the Fortinet Cyber Threat Assessment Program, or CTAP. This is a very, very good tool, and it lets us go in a non-disruptive manner and take a look at how the current security stack is performing. we take advantage of a mirrored or span port on their existing switch, log that traffic into a FortiGate that's running in sniffer mode, and that FortiGate collects the data and sends it to the CTAP FortiAnalyzer for analysis. FortiAnalyzer is a really, really great tool, and most Fortinet customers have that. It bridges network and security operations, it aggregates and correlates the data and security solutions into one single pane of glass to view activity and develop reports. And typically we run these collections for the CTAP for about a week. And the tool is usually a real eye opener for the customer, and especially when we sit down and review the report with them. Okay, next slide. There we go. Yeah, the CTAP report provides the customers with the validation I mentioned of the effectiveness of their current security stack. We also want to make it clear that Fortinet uses GDPR, so there's no, that maintains a strict privacy on the data collection, so there's no concerns there for the customer. And then the analysis also provides network utilization and performance as part of that report. Next slide, there we go. Yeah, there's an example of CTAP report that is generated at the end of the assessment, which we usually run for a week. And it provides the information that the customers don't always have on applications, potential cyber attacks, possibility of peer-to-peer sessions, and other applications that you may not be aware of running in the background of your network. It identifies vulnerability, potential for proxies, and other information about security, user behavior, and utilization. And finally, the best part is the report provides actionable recommendations to improve your customer's security posture. So these are some of the tools we use in our assessments. I hope you found them formative. If you have an interest in having an assessment done, please contact your XenTegra rep. I thank you for your time. Now I'm going to pass the mic to Leanne Larson, who runs our network security services, design, and integrations work.
Thank you so much, Kelly. The assessments are very, very popular and they're very, very useful. But the question is, once you get the assessment done and you've decided on Fortinet, how is this going to integrate into my environment? And that doesn't have to be painful or even too extraneous. One thing that's very impressive about Fortinet is it uses application programming interfaces, or APIs, which are like a set of guidelines that help different softwares communicate with each other. It's like a bridge that allows data to go between the different systems. They've built a strong collection of APIs that make it super easy to integrate with a variety of networking and security tools already. They not only support data sharing, but also allow the Fortinet tools to work smoothly in the environment with products from other vendors, including competitors. For example, if a company is using a combination of firewalls and intrusion detection, Fortinet lets you connect with the existing legacy systems instead of forcing a full rip and replace. This is where APIs really shine. They let you automate responses and enhance threat intelligence as well without needing a complete overhaul ground up of your system. On top of it, they can improve performance metrics as well. The APIs make it possible to customize rules and adjust settings in real time based on ongoing network traffic and threat intelligence. The level of detail that this allows organizations to have lets them keep their current infrastructure while still securing their network. It's not about completely redoing everything from scratch every time. It's about making what you have work better and more safely, and leveraging the tools that are already in your environment as well. Right. Thank you, Eric. Fortinet really has everything from next-gen firewalls to threat intelligence tools. They cover almost every angle of security while focusing on keeping things simple for users. And the broad range of security solutions they have can be giggled about occasionally because they have more than 50 products at this point in their suite. They have so much. It demonstrates they're more than just a firewall company, though. They have DLP, they have secure web gateways, they even have phone, email, and cloud protection. And with FortiIOS, all that's possible. With their secure integration, you can go as small or as big as you want. And their product line is super comprehensive. I mean, if you take FortiSIEM, it's a comprehensive security and information management system that lets you have real-time visibility and reaction into an environment. And what this fancy sounding technology breaks down to is the use of playbooks. Think of Playbooks as a pre-built guide for handling different cybersecurity incidents and network actions, like a recipe in a kitchen or like a playbook in a game. When specific threats arise or certain conditions are met, like a phishing attack or a malware infection, or even a user trying to access something they weren't authorized to or privileges escalating, Playbooks will lay out a clear step-by-step process for responding effectively. They detail what actions the system should take, who should be alerted, who's responsible, and can even incorporate automation to kick in when they need it. They can block harmful senders, alert users. The goal is to make sure everyone knows their role and their responses are organized, minimizing potential damage. FortiSIEM aggregates and analyzes the data from various sources, such as firewalls, servers, applications, endpoints, and lets teams detect these potential threats quickly and respond effectively. By integrating advanced analytics and machine learning, I am hesitant to say AI for personal reasons because this is true machine learning. It helps in identifying the anomalies, but also enhances our incident response processes through automated workflows and customizable dashboards, including a really easy to work with GUI. And that's just one of the solutions we deliver here at XenTegra. We can manage, deploy, design, and deliver the full Fortinet suite of products. We work with clients across all sectors. We take a completely holistic approach to every client, and so does Fortinet with their ever-expanding repertoire. We offer full solution service for the entire Forti suite, and I'm going to trademark that now because they haven't said it yet, for every level of involvement that a client likes. As Dave said, you can be as hands-on or hands-off. We've got you covered. And Jason can actually talk about the methodology we deliver with.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Thank you, Ian. But in XenTegra, I like to say we don't just provide IT services. We become an extension of your team, delivering strategic success at every stage of your IT lifecycle. We partner with you to streamline your IT lifecycle to deliver tangible results. Whether you need assessments, strategic planning and design, or hands-on deployment, we've got you covered. So focusing on the assess area, we know that your network is the backbone of your business. Engage our experts to guide you through these micro assessments, CTAP evaluations, cybersecurity and network assessments, mapping your IT infrastructure to the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, the SWOT quadrants. Our assessments don't just analyze your network, they reveal strategic components for improvement. Wireless network planning, access point placement, let us help you there too. We strive to deliver expert insights that drive better IT decisions. Looking at design and deploy areas, whether it's a 3-tier architecture topology, the core, aggregation, access, or even leaf spine topology deployment, we tailor network solutions to fit that landscape of enterprise, campus, and branch environments, ensuring efficiency and scalability. We transform strategy into action. Shifting to delivery and support, you got equipment sitting in boxes. Let's get that tech working for you and put it to work. You need extra hands to increase bandwidth, or do you have a backlog of projects to be implemented? Whether you need staff augmentation, scheduled engagement, or a fixed project delivery, our team integrates seamlessly with yours to drive projects forward. If you prefer to start with a block of hours, let us help you when and where you need it, so you don't have to. Looking at managing and support, you heard from our MSP expert, Dave, and the benefit and the value that we can provide. Nearing the end of the life cycle of your equipment, or for your Fortinet metal, we can help you through the Fortinet trade-up program. It's a cost-effective way to upgrade your Fortinet solutions with the latest in features and performance benefits to protect your investment. If you have life left on your services, it can transfer over to that new metal. We can help you with your IT asset disposition from basically beginning to end. At XenTegra, we're here to cement that definition of true partnership, a partnership that helps you move from planning to action while ensuring you have an agile, scalable, future-ready IT infrastructure. Let's build something great together. Our goal is singular with an exclamation point. Deliver your success. We want to be your success partners. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Jason. Yeah. Hey, I think we're done on that point. Before we, I think we've got some questions in the queue. I will go through and just kind of read them out, and then we'll kind of pick and choose who's going to do what. But I'll read them all up front, just so everyone knows what we're going to be dealing with here. But hey, does anyone have any points they want to make before we move into Q&A? Great presentations. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we made a lot of points. Just anything you want to bring home. If not, we'll just move right on to the questions. But I didn't want to go there without asking that. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to questions. I'm gonna. Sorry, I quit the slideshow just so I could bring up the questions. So again, I'm just going to read through these, and then we'll look at who's going to answer these. But for the first one is, how long does it take to schedule a network micro assessment? All right. Next, are logs sent from FortiGate running in CTAP mode encrypted? Now, this is an interesting one. It has been great working with XenTegra on a couple of projects, but we haven't used XenTegra on a networking project yet. Why should we consider XenTegra for an upcoming FortiGate install? 60 sites. We have 60 sites with multiple projects at each. Okay, I'll take a swing at that one. Okay, why has XenTegra decided to focus on Fortinet above other vendor technologies? Yeah, I think we could all probably chime in on that. Yeah, maybe we'll all just give our points there. Okay, so there's one more question. I think it makes 5. There's some random gibberish about CVEs. Maybe a direct. I don't hear anyone discussing all of these flaws we keep reading about, and how many CVEs Fortinet has. I think, Leanne, that'll probably be yours, but you can let me know. Okay, so question 1, clearly that goes to Kelly. Kelly, how long does it take to schedule a networking micro assessment?
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Usually it's about 3 weeks from the time our exec receives the request, and we work through scheduling, have a pre-call with the customer, and we can knock it right out.
Right, and so, I think also important, we can do that. So 4 hours is the max we can spend on a micro assessment. That's where we cap it, up to 4 hours. And so the way we like to break that down is probably do about 2 hours up front. Break. Maybe we've got to bring in a vendor for something or whatever it is, and then we'll schedule the next 2 block hours. 4 hours. There's a lot going on there, and we may need to take what we learned in the first 2 hours and prep for doing something the next 2 hours so that we can really get the greatest value to you out of that 4 hours that we can. Thanks, Kelly. Kelly, I think this next one is probably for you too, but if someone else wants to take it, that's fine. Are logs sent from FortiGate running in CTAP mode encrypted?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, 100%. All logs communicating with FortiAnalyzer in the cloud must be encrypted, or it won't accept them.
All right, so John, there's your answer there. So, okay, I'm going to take the next one. You guys please chime in if you'd like to. Again, quickly, it's been great working with XenTegra on a couple of projects, but we haven't used XenTegra on a networking project yet. Why should we consider XenTegra for our upcoming FortiGate install? We have 60 sites with multiple projects at each. So, here's what I would say to that. We've got, for example, we've got Jason Pope here, and he has years of experience as a senior level architect for a very large organization. That's actually what he was doing before he came here. And so, I mean, that's not by any means the largest project we've done, but that's a sizable project, right? 60 sites. Depending on what's going to go at those 60 sites, that could expand or retract what might be the complexity. But anyway, his experience in designing something like that, he's got years of doing that. And then, we've got NSE 7s and NSE 8s, as part of the overall team here. So from an expertise level or expertise perspective, we've got everything we need for that. Above that, let's say we've got, maybe 15 projects going on at the same time, and this larger project comes in. Hey, that's not a problem. We can probably do it in-house. And if we can't, we have a huge bench of, partners and contractors that we can bring in to make sure that we, get to your, requirements. So I think that was from Paul. So, hey, Paul, look, I really, I'd love to take a deeper look at this project, understand really what's in scope, what's happening here. And then look at, how we can, deliver that for you and show you the value that we provide over some of the other, partners that you might typically partner with. So yeah, thanks for that question. Did anyone have anything to add to that before we move on to the next question?
I'm just going to expound on it a bit, if you don't mind, Aaron. Paul, it's great to hear you enjoy working with us. We appreciate feedback of any kind because we're always trying to grow our relationships. As Aaron said, I would definitely want to know quite a bit more about your team and environments before going on any kind of record too much. Never commit. But we have the highest industry level design, delivery, and services. No matter what size or scale your project is. I've personally worked on much larger than 60 sites before, and I've also had learning experiences at just one. My question is why you wouldn't want to go with us if you already are.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Leanne. Oh, and hey, Paul, one other thing to add to that. So, Dave briefed on our MSP services. Clearly we've got a lot of background and expertise in managing FortiGates. So not only can we do the implementation for you, but when it's all said and done, if you need somebody to manage that for you, our MSP team can absolutely do that on a daily basis and even provide additional support if you need it. So thanks again. Okay, hey, 2 more questions, team. And somebody just tell me who wants to take this one, or maybe we all take some part of this. But so why has XenTegra decided to focus on Fortinet above other vendor technologies?
I'm happy to start.
Okay.
I think part of it is because Fortinet and XenTegra's values and priorities are in perfect alignment, which makes a great relationship. Our mutual focus is always on enabling our partners and our clients to develop customized and fully supported solutions that meet their needs and exceed their expectations, rather than having a transactional relationship.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, I love Fortinet because of everything that Fortinet does. It's so expansive.
Yeah.
They do it all very well. So as opposed to having to piece together different things from different vendors to kind of develop your entire ecosystem, you can basically do it all with Fortinet, from networking to security, what have you, managed type services that, again, we all do, SASE or be it managed EDR, NAC, whatever it is, between everything that Fortinet does and everything that XenTegra does to provide all the services around Fortinet. Not only do you get a great product in Fortinet, but you get a great partner in XenTegra. So, team, I can move on to the next one unless anyone else wants to chime in there.
Yeah, hey, Aaron, I was just going to say, one of the phrases that used to be kicked around Fortinet a lot was complexity is the enemy of security, right? And so one of the things that Fortinet has always stood for is integration. And a lot of times people don't take a deep enough look at that. Integration is key when you want to have automation. And when you want to have automation to take care of issues that come up and how you handle things automatically, that matter of seconds can make a difference on whether or not that malware or that user gets to that bad site or a CNC takes over. So I think the integrations that Fortinet provides in their products is a major thing that customers should consider.
Great. Yeah, thanks, Kelly. So Jennifer, thanks for that question. All right, so we're coming up on the end here. We've got one more question. We do have a few more minutes left, so we'll go ahead and get to it. Leanne, I think this is probably best for you, but let me read it one more time. So there was some random gibberish about CVEs, about the CVEs, maybe a direct, I don't know here. I'm sorry, I don't hear anyone discussing all of the flaws we keep reading about and how many CVEs Fortinet has. Okay, I think I understand that question.
Yeah, I honestly figured because it comes up a lot when I talk about Fortinet. It's a super frequent subject, and my usual response is I'm going to emphasize the context behind the numbers. It's really important to realize and recognize that a high volume of reported vulnerabilities means a company is actively inviting scrutiny and valuing the transparency of disclosing them. In late 2024, Fortinet was on the ball and super quick to address a significant vulnerability in FortiIOS. They released a patch within days, accompanied by detailed advisories and support, as they always attempt to do with every CVE. For customers willing to leverage it, there's support still ongoing. This kind of prompt response not only shows how committed they are to security, it should also reassure clients that they're in good hands. I mean, let's face it, if they weren't secure or robust, it wouldn't attract the attention of these researchers and hackers alike so frequently. The very fact that they are under constant examination is a testament to their strength. They're seen as worthy targets because they protect valuable assets effectively. Their transparency, coupled with them being proactive in vulnerability management, makes them a smart choice for organizations who are actually serious about cybersecurity. It's not just about having a solution in place to check a box. It's about having a partner and relationship that prioritizes communication and collaboration and growth. If you choose a Fortinet solution, it means you're choosing a company that stands ready to defend themselves against attacks while remaining open about their challenges and solutions.
Great. Yeah, thanks, Leanne. So hey, that's that concludes our webinar. I think we made it in just under an hour, which was definitely my goal. Thanks everyone to the panel here for attending today. Special thanks to Brian from Fortinet for jumping on today. We really appreciate it. It's our goal to do at least one Fortinet webinar per quarter. So we'll continue to do that, provide content, try to get as many of you out here as possible. Thank you again for your questions. So yes, XenTegra definitely does networking services, both professional and managed. And as I said, we may do this with multiple vendors, but we are a Fortinet-first shop. So thanks everyone for attending. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.